The gas station posts the surveillance footage online. The clip goes viral with nearly 500,000 hits. Some suspect a loose bullet may have gone off in the man's pocket. Pyrotechnic specialist Mike Sansom is a chemical engineer. He has over 20 years of experience in explosives technology.
Everyone knows what happens when a bullet goes off in a gun. It's got a tremendous energy and a bullet flies out. So, out of a gun, would a bullet produce all these flames that you see in his pocket?
Sansom builds a rig to test the bullet theory. He uses a spring-loaded device to act as a primer for the bullet. The homemade primer does its job. A spectacular result, but does it match the explosion in the surveillance footage?
Bullets are explosive, but they're not as explosive as what you saw in that video. They don't produce lots of fire, and it's not sustained for a long amount of time. It's really quick, and it's over in a flash.
Experts return to the surveillance footage looking for clues relating to the fire raging in Josh's pocket.
So to make fire, you need three things. You need fuel, you need oxygen, and you need an ignition source. So in this video, we know that we have air, oxygen, but what is the fuel and what is the ignition source?
When material scientist Matthew McDowell studies the footage, he sees telltale signs of a particular type of explosive reaction.
You see the sharp rush of flame that comes out. That's potentially due to a buildup of pressure somewhere.
Josh Hamilton's recollection seems to back up McDowell's explosion theory.
It looked like there was a firework going off in my pocket and shooting sparks everywhere.
Clearly, there's an enormous amount of energy being released by whatever is in this guy's pocket. So there's some kind of energy storage that's taking place that's being reversed. Energy is being released.
Matthew McDowell believes he knows what the cause might be.
Considering the pressure buildup and the flame that was ejected and the fact that it came from this person's pocket, it leads me to believe that it was probably a lithium-ion battery that caused this explosion.
News reports from around the world suggest that the number of lithium-ion battery fires is increasing. Laptops, cell phones, even airliners have been endangered.
Almost everybody these days walks around with a lithium-ion battery in their pockets. That battery could become a bomb. It's kind of scary to think about the amount of potentially explosive energy that you're carrying around in your pocket with you.
From our daily experience, we know that our batteries don't just randomly explode. So the question is, what happened in this particular video?
Sansom suspects some kind of short circuit in a battery may have created the fireball. He builds a rig to replicate a battery short circuit. Within seconds, the battery overheats. Superheated liquid ruptures the casing. The battery explodes into flames. It's an identical chain of events to what's seen in the surveillance footage. But how is it possible for a simple short circuit to be so catastrophic?
When a battery short circuits, the terminals come together, and this feeds all the energy of the battery through and back into the battery, which in turn causes it to heat up and actually explode.